Kind of.
And I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna get this off my chest. My encounter with Michael Bisping.
Oh my God! I saw the picture. How did that happen?
Michael Bisping did not want to take a picture with Bobby.
For real?
It's for real.
So I'm at the Comedy Store. Michael Bisping is walking in the hallway, and a huge MMA fan. I go, hey dude, can I get a photo? He goes, nah, mate.
Did he just see you on stage or not yet?
No, he didn't even know it was a stand-up. He thought I was just like a doorman or something. So he walked into the kitchen, right, where Joey Diaz was, and he goes, Joey, and they hug. So I go, this is my opportunity. I walk up to Joey Diaz while Michael Bisping's there, and I go, tell this guy who I am. Like I'm legitimately a comedian. I'm not like an open micer.
Out loud?
Yeah, and then Joey goes, no, this guy. He's good. He's a regular. He's one of the best, you know? And then Michael goes, oh, you want a photo?
One eye.
You know? And then I didn't even post it because it felt like I sucked his dick for a fucking photo.
You know what? I'm going to post it on Tiger Belly.
You have to.
Yeah, you can post it on
He
Tiger
looked
Belly.
genuinely happy to stand beside
I
me
understand,
next
but
to you.
he treated me like I was just a regular person, which I am. But in a comedy club.
Not at Disneyland.
Yep. It's like if I went to a UFC event, right? And Michael Bisping saw me and said, I'm a big fan. And me going, no. Because I'm in his house.
Yeah.
A UFC fight is his house. The Comedy Store's my house.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a war with him.
Let's have him on the
I'm
podcast.
gonna have a war with Michael Bisping. Fuck that guy.
I feel like he would be great on this podcast.
No, he's gonna have to apologize.
He has to earn it.
He's gonna have to earn it. Yeah.
But also, you don't. You can just come on the podcast.
No.
Should you decide?
No, you know what? No, fuck it. We gotta elevate our game, baby. We have to make this the church too.
Okay.
All right. We gotta elevate this as
Michael Bisping, you were uninvited.
You're uninvited.
Sorry, bro.
You know. It's kind of spoken word. I was watching online. Ari Shaffir did, This Is Not Happening. He has his own Comedy Central show where he tells stories. I've done it before.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
But I saw one where he did it before I've ever done it. Bobby Lee and I go get a prostitute. Now, he never called me and said, hey, can I tell the story about us getting a prostitute?
Oh, I thought you did it with him.
No.
He just did
not
the
that
story.
story.
Okay, Bobby, but we've talked about.
I understand. It's principle, baby. Because if he would have called me and said, hey, can I tell the story about, I'd be like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean?
Permission.
Yeah.
But just the thought that he just, did this crazy story about, it's a funny story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it makes me seem disgusting.
You are disgusting. There's no other better word to describe you than disgusting. You are that.
I'm what?
I totally get why Ari wouldn't ask permission.
Stop. What do you mean?
Sweetie, you're a disgusting creature.
Whoa.
You are. As am I. That's why this works together. That's
Wait,
why Tiger
wait.
Belly exists. We're
But
all
disgusting in what way?
I mean, I don't think that you getting a prostitute is disgusting. I just think that, what I mean disgusting, not in a negative way. It's more like you do shit that the average person wouldn't get into. For example,
Give me an example.
69ing with family members.
Okay, stop. Okay? Yes. I did 69 with a family member. And it happened to be a man. A boy. But I was a kid.
Yeah.
And is it because I talk about it that I'm disgusting, or because I actually did that?
I mean, gosh, I don't.
Because a lot of kids have done weird things that they would never talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's done.
Yeah.
But I know he's done some fucking crazy shit. In his personal life. Yes, you have.
Yeah, you did, Jordan.
Yeah, you did, George.
But overall, you are just disgusting. Like even with hygiene, though. Let's keep it real.
Okay, all right. This is about being real.
Yeah.
And this is about me honestly looking myself in the mirror and going, okay, let's find out who I really am.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me.
All you would need to do is take this camera and then see your side of the bed.
What's on your side of the bed?
Sunflower seeds.
I love them.
3-year-old banana peels.
Delicious.
smoothies he has just let dry out.
Fermenting like kimchi.
Fermenting like
yeah.
kimchi.
I mean, just fish guts. Like you
Ooh.
Fish guts.
that's
wrong. You did that as a joke, and that's wrong. There's never been fish guts on the side of my bed. All right.
Oh, go inside his car. Actually, it straight up smells like horse manure, and I can't figure out why.
Because I ride horses.
I took his car to get washed. Interior and
Yeah.
exterior, and right after that, it still smells like fucking animal manure, and I can't figure out why. And it's because it's just years and years and years of
Build
like
up, yeah.
fermenting whatever in there.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't know how to change that about myself.
Hygiene wise,
Yeah, I'm just a dirty person, and I've always have been. And it's like I've gotten by this far for being,
you know what you don't have though?
What?
Body odor.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
And that's a fact, and that's real.
that's what we've learned.
He legit does not. His armpits never smell.
Do you sweat though?
Rarely,
Interesting.
not from my pits. But can I say this? I have been to other comedians' houses, famous ones,
Yeah.
and I don't want to name names, okay? And 10 times worse than my situation.
You've also named
Jim
names.
Jeffries.
Yeah.
Oh, that was late.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
too
a
late.
little
That was too
late. Yeah,
Would
yeah.
he be upset at you saying this?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
It's truth.
There's other ones.
Okay, enough.
I'm not gonna name names. I'm just saying. Okay.
Enough.
And then there are ones that I've been to their houses before they became famous.
Yeah.
And then when they became famous, they can get like, you know what I mean, the
The maid service.
maid service and all that stuff.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only one.
It's a comic thing, maybe.
I think it's just I think there's a lot of creative people that were like that. I don't think Lou Reed probably had a beautiful place. Maybe, I don't know. I'm making assumptions.
Maybe he could pay for a maid.
Maybe.
What is that name of that book, George? The Art of Tidying Up. It's like a.
Yeah, what is it, George? Tell me.
Ali Wong even talked about it on her
Yeah.
special.
I don't know. It's the Facebook. Is it the Facebook woman that made it? Wrote the book?
No.
It's different?
No, that's another one. But it's The Art of Tidying Up or something to that effect. And maybe you might feel inspired by the book, and maybe you should pick it up
Nope.
and read it.
Last time you read a book.
Yeah, that's not that. It's just that I've done fine by living my life the way it is. Okay? I never paid taxes.
Don't say that.
Just shut up.
Just don't say
He
it.
has now.
I have now.
You're good.
But I didn't. I don't pay parking tickets. I don't do any of that. I don't do anything. You know what I mean? If I take a shower, I do it for funsies. But other than that, I'm just gonna live the way I am. I have a beautiful girlfriend, Kalila Kyun.
Literally,
Yeah.
I never. He did something so embarrassing last week.
Tell me.
So Bobby was flew to Atlanta last week.
Oh, I know this.
What?
And he started bragging about oh, me and Steve Aoki are friends now, and we've been texting, blah blah blah. They ran into each other at the airport,
Yeah.
right?
And what happened?
Not the
So-
airport.
Or I'm sorry, the hotel. I'm sorry.
Can I tell
You're
the
very
story? Okay, tell the
defensive.
story.
And so like his whole message to me, like one after the other, like, yeah, so like daddy's got his digits, like as if bragging to me.
Because
that
you're a huge Steve Aoki fan
No, I'm
growing
not.
up. Oh.
No,
Well,
I'm
I
not.
mean-
I went to like one of his shows and I was in Barcelona, but then I was like, yeah, I saw him.
She's a fan.
So
of
I
his.
said to him, oh, I saw him once when I was in Barcelona, right? And so he texts me back. He's like, oh yeah, but like, do you have his digits? Are you going to breakfast with him tomorrow? I'm like, come on, motherfucker. Like, I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
So he's trying to like brag about this brand new friendship he created, right?
Right.
And so I guess he screenshotted a conversation
Between
between
me and
him and
Steve.
Steve Aoki. It says, hey dude, so glad I ran into you. And Bobby goes, hey man, glad we're friends. He screenshotted that with the intent to send it to me to show to me as proof that they're now friends.
Right.
Instead, he sent that screenshot
Back to Steve Aoki.
back to Steve Aoki.
Follow-up question. That's ridiculous. What did you do? Did you did you let time go by or what?
Well, I try to as I send it, I realized I did it, and I try to like click back onto the thing,
to see
right?
if you could delete
to
it?
see if I can delete it, like somehow like
not how text-
capture it between that and the cloud. You know what I mean?
Bobby tries to beat the cloud.
Yeah, but it was already sent. So then I started kind of sweating in my face.
Oh, damn.
And then I just went, ha 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 ha. I don't know where my phone is, but
Because I meant to say
I go, ha ha. And I told him the truth. I meant to send that to my girlfriend. I sent it to you. How embarrassing.
And he said,
And he goes, that's cool, dude. And he kind of laughed it off. But then it never, I think we're done, our relationship.
I think he's thinking like, oh
Yeah, yeah.
my God.
Oh my God.
yeah, he's not safe.
I'm
You're
not
safe.
Yeah,
You're not safe.
Guess we're not going to Hakkasan.
We're not going to Hakkasan.
Yeah,
but,
babe. You blew
that
it,
was
baby.
really embarrassing.
That's
You
hilarious,
blew it,
though.
baby.
Yeah. But
Steve Aoki.
last
And other
Tuesday,
news.
we went to Disneyland. Kalila and I, because her sisters from Philippines,
Yeah.
Honey, and the 2 kids and the husband, Giovanni,
Yeah.
and the 2 kids, we went to Disneyland. And I have to say, I've been to Disneyland thousands of times before. That could quite possibly have been my favorite time at Disneyland.
Why?
There was something about the 2 kids, because they're from the Philippines. They're from Mud Island. They're from Mud Island, right?
Cebu City.
Yeah, whatever, Mud Island,
Mud
and
Island,
they
Mud
don't
Island.
have much there. They have these brown rivers,
Mud.
right? Yeah, and they have
Beautiful beaches.
beautiful trees and
beautiful
and beaches.
They have fruits.
but they don't
Coastline.
have a Disneyland in the Philippines.
We don't. We used to have this thing called Enchanted Kingdom, like back in the day.
It's like a knockoff.
And then we have a few things in Manila. The closest one is in Hong Kong, and we have a Disneyland in Hong Kong. Well, not we. I mean, there's a Disneyland in Hong Kong
You're
that's
not
2 hours
Chinese.
flight away.
There's a Disneyland in China.
In Hong Kong.
Is that China?
yeah.
Technically, but I can't say it. I don't know why. It's
Yeah.
Hong Kong to me.
Yeah, it's China.
Because when I was growing up there,
Yeah.
and it still belonged. It still belonged.
You
to
know who
Great
else has a
Britain.
Disneyland? Russia, because they can go to Hong Kong. Everyone has a Disneyland then.
Technically, because there's like
I mean,
in Europe
come
they
on.
have a
Yeah.
Disneyland,
Yeah.
but it doesn't quite compare. I think to
No,
the
the
US.
Ching Chong fucking Disneyland doesn't compare.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Maybe not.
And then what? Is Mickey like scared because he's gonna get eaten by the Chinese?
What? Mickey's a mouse.
The Chinese eats anything that moves.
Oh,
I always joked if E.T. was set in China, the movie would be 3 minutes long.
It's done.
You know, you would go E.T. phone, and then they would just cook it and it'd be eaten. That movie would be 3 minutes long. There would be no fucking mouse, duck, anything walking around the fucking Hong Kong Disneyland. They'd be eaten.
I love Hong Kong.
Yeah, they eat anything that fucking moves. They have a fucking restaurant in China that their specific thing they do is serve animal penis.
I'm not surprised.
What's
yeah.
wrong with that?
You just tried to
Like, what is wrong with like lunchao
fucking
and like
gay,
bull
dude.
testicles or?
It's not only gay, it's bestiality.
You're not sucking it for pleasure.
That's what
You're
I
eating it
suck
for-
on the meat. I suck on the meat to absorb the flavors.
When you eat my pussy, are you doing it for nourishment?
No, for fucking vitamins.
Yeah, so yes, it's nourishment.
Yeah.
It's vitamins.
It is vitamins, yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Kalala's Pussy.
Yeah.
For
But I
vitamins.
had a great time at Disneyland, and then we went over to California Dreamin'. What's that place called?
Adventure.
Whatever, I call it California Dreamin'.
California.
California
Adventure.
Dream.
And I love California Dreamin' because they have a great ride there that we rode, and it's called
new.
It's new. It's called the Guardians of Galaxy,
Ooh.
based on the movie franchise. And I have to say, it was a pleasurable ride. It was scary.
It wasn't pleasurable.
We were screaming.
That's fun.
I thought
But
I
it's
was
so
dying.
fun.
It's basically like the Tower of Terror, but I feel like it's scarier. But the world that they recreated was so awesome. With Rocket like talking to you and all of that.
Oh, they're all talking to you while you're on the ride.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but
cool.
then it has that same. I'm sorry, I don't do good with like G-forces and all of that. I was crouched over.
Yeah.
I thought my heart was gonna give out.
And I'm going to ask you, Kalila, why was it the mainly fun for me at Disneyland?
I want to know why now.
You guys have to know this about Bobby. You know how when he first got Mad TV, he would do
Yeah.
laps around the West Covina Mall and hopefully get recognized by
Oh.
like Mexicans, right? In Disneyland,
It's an echo chamber.
every
isn't it?
3 steps he takes, it's Bobby Lee, and he is just on a high for 10 hours straight. He is taking pictures.
I
with
give winks
everybody.
to anyone I'm with.
Yeah.
I go wink, wink, and I
With the sound.
milk it. Yeah,
Oh
Wink,
yeah,
wink.
and
I milk
he
it.
doesn't try to be discreet or
I don't
try
discreet it, no.
incognito. He
Full-blown
walks
photo shoots.
right in the middle. He wants to be seen.
Form a line right here.
Yeah, I mean that's what he loves. It makes him so happy. And I think
But I do it in a joking way.
I think no.
No, I don't.
She
no,
goes, no.
bitch, I don't do it fucking for like. You know what I mean? My own soul. I do it so I can just rub it into whoever I'm, as a joke in front of my people I'm with. I go, yeah. You know what I mean? I do it for laughs. I don't do it for pleasure.
Feels good a little bit.
But I mean, it's got to feel good. I mean, I don't blame you.
It doesn't feel good at all.
I hate it. I cry
I hate
after.
it, man. But yeah, that was really fun. And then I'm going to say one last thing about that day is we went to, I don't care what you say, but that restaurant just topped it off for me.
What would I have said? It was delicious.
I know, but I think that you're not giving it what it was. It was the best.
It wasn't the best.
I think it was one of the
and
best.
I'll tell you why it wasn't the best. And I couldn't give you a proper assessment of, because I don't eat. I'm not eating meat currently, and it was a steakhouse, so I ordered.
Well, there you go.
Don't
There you go.
Well, how could I have
There
been
you
like,
go.
oh yeah, it was the greatest steak when I wasn't eating?
Everybody, hello. Hey, everybody, have a good time. Hey, everybody, hello. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Bobby. We've got Gilbert, Kalila, and George, and we're brought to you live from the sunny beaches of San Diego at the PB Bar and Grill. Woohoo! Everything's great, everything's sunny, and everything's positive. I feel great about this week, and last week didn't happen. Last podcast didn't happen at all. And this is a new me. And we are white, and we're having fun, and we're on the sunny beaches of San Diego, and we got $2 beer margaritas on sale. Woohoo! And today, I want to start off with a new segment I like to call Learning Stuff. Everybody likes to learn stuff, do they not?
Yes.
Do they not? Raise
Yes.
your hands if you like to learn stuff. Woohoo! And I want to talk to today about colors.
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 Oh, colors.
Like colors. You have primary colors, correct? What are those?
Complementary.
Yellow, blue,
is red now?
and yes, it is, sir.
Thank you.
It is, Gabriel. That is a primary color.
$50.
But there are. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are offshoots of the colors, and yeah, they're very specific ones too. You've got ones that kind of look gray, called like slate gray.
Yeah, I know
That's a
slate.
nice one,
That was
right?
my old wall
Khaki.
color.
That's a wonderful.
Khaki's
But
it.
I want to focus on the browns today. Okay, if we can focus on the brown colors, and my favorite color of the browns is sandal brown.
What does that look like?
And I'll tell you what it looks like. The color of Kalila's shit in the toilet last week.
This is a fun fact the whole time.
She didn't flush the fucking toilet. I go into the bathroom and I see a piece of shit it was been for so long. You know how it breaks away?
It actually,
Gabriel?
It got hard.
No, it broke away. So it was like different floats.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's still soft. It's
It was
spreaded.
soft and
well, like, the
spreaded.
color diffused outward.
The levee broke.
Like,
It looked like the levee broke.
also, that's my toilet.
Also, flush it, bitch. Hey, everybody, have a good time. Hey, everybody, hello. Now listen.
This
Here's
episode's
another
gonna
thing.
give me a panic attack.
I'm sorry.
It's a good
Here's
song.
another thing. Okay,
I
I'm
like
sorry.
it.
Here's another thing. Is that I do not. And I'm trying to be positive this week, and I'm trying to be a good guy. Like Charlie was a good guy. I want to be a good guy
Ooh, that
too.
kind of good guy?
Yeah,
though?
no, but even a better guy than that guy.
That's a
I
scary
love
kind of
him.
good guy.
If you're listening, I love you. Okay, but I want to be positive. All right, and so if you live in my house, I really need you to have a strong core. What do you think?
A strong abdominal core, I have that.
Yeah, a core and a strong heart and strength. Okay, and then when you watch a trailer for a cartoon, you don't cry.
What happened?
Well, last night I'm sitting next to my lovely lady, and she's watching trailers on the YouTube or whatever, and she sees a trailer for the Beauty and the Beast, and about 30 seconds into the trailer, she starts crying.
You don't understand. You don't. Like, you don't.
What was it?
I'm giving.
Why are you so
I'm
emotional?
giving you. I'm giving you an opportunity to sway us.
TED Talk.
It's
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
it's a sensitive subject for me. I don't know. It just reminded me of my dad. I'm sorry. There was supposed to be everybody hello sing that song.
I know, but no.
I watched the new Beauty and the Beast trailer, and the song that Angela Lansbury originally sings. It's the main Beauty and the Beast song. Hit me in a way I didn't expect, and I started crying for 3 hours.
She cried like it was 9/12, the day after
I
9/11.
cried.
I mean, she cried as if it was a national tragedy.
I don't know what hit me, how it hit me, why it hit me that way. It just did, and I couldn't stop crying.
And I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed. I cackled for a solid 20 minutes. And then after my cackling, she goes, come over here and hug me. I go, nope. And I left the room. Because in my house, you need a strong core. And you need a strong... Guess what?
Crying is strong.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
you
is.
You can't build a house on sand. And my grandfather taught me that. All right? You need a solid foundation.
But you know what sand is made of? Constant pressure from the water, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
Right?
Yes.
So that my tears are the water.
It's not the water.
And this is how sand is made in this house.
Okay. Maybe in your house. Because your houses where you come from are made out of fucking bamboo.
No, they're made out of nipa. Nipa is a very strong tree.
You don't cry over cartoons, bitch, in my house. And that's all I wanted to say. Everybody, hi. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Do you think that it would probably garner a good, amount of people to watch?
People would watch it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'll tell you what. I didn't look. Remember when those celebrity photos leaked and everything with Jennifer Lawrence and shit?
Yeah.
I didn't look at those.
Oh, yeah.
I don't look at those because that's fucked up, I think.
Also, that Chinese guy, there was a Chinese guy who answered an ad to do this short film in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I heard about this.
Right, and so he shows up. Hello, I want to be.
Yeah.
Hello, I want to be in the short.
He got the part before me.
You did?
I tried
You tested for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad that you didn't get the part. But anyway, he got tied up, and some gay dude just ate him.
Luca Magnotta.
Yeah, Luca Magnotta ate him on camera, and people around the world watched it live.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch that.
I know, but what does that do to you?
It gives you an incredible amount of PTSD or some variant of that.
I think it really, honestly, I don't think it does that much. I think that people watch that and then they're like, I think we're so fucked up that we would watch it and then be like, then go to sleep. And the next morning we would get up and go to work and then go to the grocery store. And then
You don't think it does some underlying type of
I don't really think so. Maybe I'm just
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a sociopath, but
No, I don't think you are. Because you can't even watch. You don't even watch you can't watch any kind of videos that are death, like a motorcycle
You try
accident.
to send me shit sometimes. I'm like, I can't watch that shit.
Why?
Yeah, if you
He'll
you're
send
definitely
me
not
deformed
sociopathic.
babies and shit.
Yeah.
I don't want.
He loves tragedy porn. That's his favorite thing.
What's that? What's
It's
tragedy
just
porn?
it's just this
Oh,
desire to
got
always
it.
see babies in Syria and then crying about it at that moment. He likes to cry about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, when the Korean ferry
yeah.
sank, CNN had this video of parents looking at their teenage kids that died in this ferry, and then you can hear them through the tent crying. And I watched that video 100 times so I could cry too.
But why? Because I don't even want to hear you talk about it.
No, because I want to cry. I know. I
You
don't
feel
maybe-
dead inside that you feel like you need to pull from these things to feel
I
something?
feel like I am. I'll be honest with you. I think I am dead inside.
No.
What?
You know why you're dead inside?
Why?
Because you fucking eat at a diner, finish, and then rush out.
You don't think that you're jaded of things
Yeah, I do. But I'm talking about jaded in a conversation. We do stand up and we do what we do and we're fucking failing and people are booing at us and shit.
Yeah.
And we, sometimes we're fucking doing great and whatever. But that means that when I'm at a party, I don't want to talk to somebody about their fucking kid.
Yeah.
But that's all that means.
Yeah.
But because I go up on stage and I fucking have 400 people to 2,000 people a night waiting on me.
Yeah.
Hey, yay. And you want to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Callan and I talk about this a lot all the time.
It's interesting that you say that because it's I was thinking the other day, I remember when I was an open micer in San Diego, and I remember going up, getting on a show, and even if there was 10 people in the audience, and if I did even remotely well, it was a kind of euphoria that it's not tangible. You can't buy it.
Do you still feel that euphoria at this level?
Well, I think there are moments where I do. Yeah, for sure, definitely. It's more of a thoughtful, poignant moment though, rather than a whoa, fucking this new kind of a.
But it's not the feeling that you had.
It's not it's the same rush you felt
There's
when
no
you
way.
were initially starting.
When you
No,
first
I guess
started,
not. Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
you got when you used to do that deer bit, it was a
Right.
hilarious bit,
Right.
and you would crush with that, or that German bit that you
Right.
used to do, right? And there's no way that you feel that anymore.
I guess I don't. I guess I'd have to think. No, I mean,
Because here, let me just. I'm going to be honest with you.
What?
I know the kind of places that you play,
Right.
you play theaters.
Right.
Sometimes you'll do a club. I'll notice, but like a lot of times you'll do a theater and you'll sell it out. You'll 1,500 seats or whatever it might be, and you're backstage. I played theaters before, not myself, but like I've been on them and shows, and and I know the feeling of like the deadness inside.
Right.
Because you're up and you're doing well. Like I've done, you did Oddball. I did Oddball.
Yeah.
I used to do that one in San Jose all the time. Right. It's a lot of people, but the feeling that you once had,
Right.
is fucking gone.
It's less.
Less.
It's not gone.
Right.
But yeah, it's like you're chasing the feeling. It's like it's like drugs.
It
Yeah,
is
but-
like drugs. So
We would love to have you back.
yes.
Well, first of all, before we continue,
Okay, here we go.
let's just talk about this shit.
I already know what you're going to
Yeah,
talk about.
it's okay, baby.
This traitorous fuck right here, okay? Him and I talked for 6-9 months a year talking about we're going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do a podcast.
We also went to All
And he
Things
was
Comedy
like-
together.
We went and met with somebody, and then he's in here like, I'm going to make this room into a podcast room. And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. We're going. Oh, I can't wait, Bobby. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing a podcast with my girlfriend. I was like, you bros before hoes, dude.
No.
Let me tell you something, Eric. Let me tell you
Let me tell you
something. No.
something. Go ahead,
I'm
then.
going to interject 1 second because
You traitorous fuck.
let me
ahead,
tell
baby.
you
You left
something.
our fire team on Destiny,
Wow.
and now you did this to me. But
Let
I'm
me-
glad to be here.
No, Eric, listen. When you guys first talked about doing the podcast, I facilitated. I told him I will set up the whole room for you and Eric. I will do whatever I can.
Oh, I know this is your fault. I'm just trying not. You had surgery, and I'm trying not to fucking get on you. You Jezebel. Like this,
I will and I told
Yoko
Bobby
Ono
this.
over here, fucking breaking up the Beatles. She came and John.
Yeah,
Maybe we should do an album together. Maybe you should be us, baby. I know what the fuck happened.
Eric, I am in duress.
And this traitorous fuck was like, okay, baby, you're right. We should do a podcast.
Oh, baby, you're Yoko. You
have
broke up the
I-
Beatles.
I never fucking asked him to do this. As a matter of fact, I
You just
pushed.
implied it.
No, I pushed for you, and I kept reminding him he had to do one with you. But he doesn't reply to
It was probably
messages.
during some head, though. So maybe.
Maybe.
We should use
Maybe.
Eric, but I mean, I have opinions too, and it's your choice.
I remember when
You manipulated him.
I remember hearing your conversation when he told you that he was doing it with me. I heard you. I heard.
I've been with a Filipino. I know what you did to him.
Yeah.
I did some
But can I
good
say
shit
this?
on
With some
him.
adobo. And
I fed him pancit.
Yeah.
I baited him in. You're right.
But you know what? I mean, I don't regret the decision.
and you know what? And I
I
can
don't.
see
You
that.
I
can't
think
say that out loud.
No, I'm going to
No,
say
no,
this.
it's good,
I'm going
it's
to say
good.
this.
Look,
You
you
motherfucker. Okay.
You got a good podcast.
I
It's
really
going
love
great.
you. I really do as a friend. I really love you. But I love the situation.
Of course.
And you're doing great in life. And you're going to do even greater things. And I'm proud to know you. And let's end this fucking thing.
How about this though,
This
Eric?
podcast is like your relationship. You
But
didn't want
Eric-
to do it at first, and it worked out okay.
Yeah.
But also, who's to say people do 2 or 3 podcasts? What's stopping you from doing
Well,
one
we were
with Eric
supposed to do
now?
that Making a Murderer one.
We have to still do that.
I
we
think
have to do
I
it.
still have a lot of
can talk
things
about
We
written
could talk
down.
about
Yes.
it. Yeah.
A lot of things we can
Like,
talk
you know what?
about.
You know what we should. You know we should because we have this facility now. We should try to.
Facility. You mean your second bedroom?
Yes, it's the only thing
But
he's
we got
ever going to show
equipment.
up to. He's never going to show up to
So
anything
you put a
else.
microphone in it, it becomes a facility? So, I mean, did you hear this guy?
No, but
Just because you buy Magnum condoms doesn't mean you have a big dick, okay?
dude, you have a question? We do a.
Aruha. I am 24 years. Hi, Uncle Bobby. I am 24
Hello.
years old. Recently graduated from university, but with no job. My question for you is: would you let Kalila fuck you with a strap-on? Thanks, Aruha. Just take her time with that.
No.
No.
Because there's no pleasure in it for me. I know that you guys believe that there's pleasure spots inside the butthole.
I don't believe
Or
that.
I don't believe it either. So for me, it would just be suffering, and that's it.
I take it back. I think there are pleasure things in there.
course there
I've never
are.
put anything in my butt, but I used to
Yeah.
do this when I was little.
Are you sure about that?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yes. I used to hold my poo. I don't know if I said this on here. I used to hold my poo until I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I used to plank facing up and hide under tables, and my grandparents would look for me like, "Where's Gigi boy?" And they'd find me drenched in sweat, smiling in a
Holding
plank
your
position,
poo?
holding my poo. And I never knew why I did it.
Yeah,
It went-
because you're gay.
I
And let me
think
listen to me right now. That's why. Listen to me right now.
You wanted a brown log up
I
there.
wanted. I think that's it.
That
I
is
wanted-
the weirdest fucking thing.
I was a child.
Ever-
You said when we're kids we could do whatever
I
we want.
understand that,
You
but I've
suck
never-
dicks, bro.
Except that, Gilbert. That's taking it too far.
He sucked a dick. I held my poo.
I know.
That's
but
taking it too far.
Why are you getting so defensive? Listen
Because
to
I
me
held
right
my
now.
poo.
But it's not a thing. I've never heard of that before.
It
You know
might
what?
be though.
I'll be honest. I surveyed people. No one else has done it. I get it. But
All right. So you held. Let me just get it straight,
okay,
because maybe I even heard it wrong. So this is what I thought you said.
go ahead.
Which I don't think this is what you said.
Let me hear it.
So you had to take a shit,
Yes.
but you didn't. You clinched your butthole to
Yeah.
hold the shit. Then you would hide from your grandparents, right? And play a game while you're clinching your shit
I'm under a piano or a
and under a
table.
piano or table, and you have a smile on your face, and you're arching your back like this.
No, it's actually like this way. What is this, concave?
What is this?
I don't know what
Just-
you're doing right
I'm just,
now.
I'm just tightening my
No
whole
one ever
body.
does
You-
that.
You're
That's
So-
why I'm sharing it.
Right. So then they would go, Gigi, where are you?
Gigi boy, where are you?
And then they would find you, and what, you would just shit right then and there, or what?
No, I just be like, would they be like, what are you doing? I have to like, I have to go poo, and they're like, then go poo, and they pull me
That's
bring me to the
that
bathroom.
is literally if my okay. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that.
If your
I
kid
think-
does this, what
No,
do you
if
do?
I was a grandfather and my grandkid did that,
yeah.
I would call the hospital right away and get you like checked in, because it's fucking some weird shit right there, dude.
Just try it once.
But pooing itself is so pleasurable.
It is, but it felt
why
good.
you
but
held it.
But then when I did it, it was like, whoa.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, try this. Next time you have to do it, hold your poo.
Yeah.
15 minutes past doing it.
Yeah.
Until you sweat.
Yeah.
And then go in the toilet, take a shit. Look what happens.
Well, you
I
know
don't
what?
think you're
Since I've
supposed
never
to
tried
hold
that
your poo.
before, I'm gonna try it.
Thank
first
you.
before I make judgments.
Thank you for being open, Kalila.
I
Podcast listeners, everyone
pass.
try this.
I pass
Well, you're not being open.
because I like the feeling of pooing. I don't like the feeling.
I
of
get what he's
holding.
saying, that he's holding it so that when it does happen,
feels
right?
so good.
It's like when people like same with orgasms. They try not to orgasm right away,
Right away,
and then
yeah.
when they let it build, and then when it happens, it's eureka.
Or trick
Give me the
nuts.
next question
Eureka.
because